All right, Scorpio, welcome to your weekly horoscope for March 22nd through the 28th. My name is Athen. Okay, so we have a beautiful week, actually, lots of positive aspects from the major aspect grid for the week. And coming off that solar eclipse last Friday and towards this sort of weekend, we perhaps learned quite a bit. And for you, Scorpios, it was about your self-expression, about your creativity, about your enjoyment for life, or anything that puts a smile on your face, essentially. So expressing yourself, all these types of things is definitely where I think you're going to be putting that energy forward, that enjoyment of enjoying your life, putting that energy forward. And this is the week where I can definitely see beginning of beginnings for that solar eclipse energy, because solar eclipse is the next 6 months. It's very, very long energy, but this is the lunar element of it, which is the first 30 days, which is sort of like this quickening of the solar cycle that we're going to experience. So it's very important this first 30 days in terms of getting everything started. So this is the week where the lunar energy starts to build. We enter the first quarter phase, which is about action. And then next week when we have the full moon, or the week after that, I'm not sure, when we have that full moon, we will see the abundance or the full manifestation of it. So it's very important we get the ball moving. But I think we're wanting to. It's something we have to do. I think we're all very motivated to do these things. We've had so much energy in Pisces. I think we're ready to just do what we have to do, or do what we want to do, and move that energy forward, you see. And this is definitely the week of that. So it starts on Sunday when we have Mercury sextiling up to Pluto, where we've had Mercury in your fourth house. I think you guys recently started to think more about home, family, past, your roots, these types of things, and maybe even implementing the more emotional elements of life into what you're doing, because that's the fourth house, is the emotional sentiments, the things that are sentimentally close to you. So this is a great day to do that on Sunday. Spend time at home or with family, or maybe even anything relating to getting things hashed out with your finances. Also, Pluto's been transiting your second house, so there's this restructuring taking place, but not only finances, but your wealth, your sense of self-worth, what you can do, what you can attract to you in life. And so I think in either case, there's an opportunity there, maybe an opportunity in financial area, opportunity through home and family on Sunday, which would be a nice beginning of the week for you to see those things realistically, really look at these elements of your life and learn from that, because that's what we get out of a Mercury transit, is the knowledge. But knowledge is what? Half the battle, right? So once we know what we are doing or what we want, then the rest, if we don't have that, then we can't take action. So it's equally as important. So, but in either case, it's a nice day for anything that's about diving deep, wanting to learn, wanting to experience, and yeah, that'll be a good segue into Monday, because on Monday we have Mars going into Aries, where he's in dignity. He's going to be in for the next couple months. So this is your sixth house. I think with Venus in your sixth already, you guys have been learning to enjoy, or wanting to enjoy, the self-improvement, the regiment, the health, or developing crafts and skills, perhaps, maybe helping others, contributing towards others, in terms of helping them improve, would be a sixth house related thing as well. But now with Mars there, and I think a lot of this has to do with the new moon energy, is I think you're going to be motivated by it and driven by it. So put that energy forward. It can also be developing a craft. So if this is a creative thing, or maybe a new small business or something like that that you've been thinking about doing, this is where you really refine the skills. You really get good and start to practice it and improve at it through this transit. So for the next couple months, you'll be motivated by that. So by all means, do that. And that's your ruler. So I mean, it's doubly emphasized for you guys. Now, on Monday and Tuesday, we have Mercury conjunct up to Chiron in your fourth house. So I think that maybe there has been some wounds or some insecurities about home, family, or past, or these types of things, which is totally natural with a Chiron transit of the fourth house. So it's about, here on Monday and Tuesday, it's just about seeing it objectively, because Mercury is a neutral planet. It's not very emotional or personal like if it was the moon or something. So you can see it. And so it's not that there's anything wrong here, there's any type of actual wounds. Chiron is just where we feel wounded. It's actually not even really the case. So we can see where we feel a little bit inhibited with the fourth house there. So see that, reflect on that, and I think then by Tuesday you'll feel very rejuvenated, very revived about that. It can also be with, again, past or your emotional body too, how important it is for you to be in an emotional state and go with the flow with the whole process, because Neptune's been transiting your 4th house as well. How to surrender and release and just allow things to be the way they are and just accept them. Now, with Venus sextiling up to Neptune, activating that 4th house on Monday and Tuesday as well, this is a good opportunity to further those 6th house matters. Again, maybe if it is home related or family related, a great day for those things, Monday and Tuesday, but also in relation to the health regimens, the routine, the diet, the crafts that you're improving, whatever it is that's relating to that 6th house. That you've been perhaps enjoying or starting to put energy towards this week. And this is just a very romantic, very compassionate sort of energy. So it could be a day of romance, could be a day of where just you have that really heartfelt connection to those around you as well. On Wednesday, we have the Sun sextiling up to Saturn. So Saturn's been transiting your guys' 1st house. I think you guys have been really stepping into discipline, hard work, productivity, patience in your life since about, October of last year. But now Saturn's retrograde, so you guys are really reflecting on this now. And a trine up to the Sun is a very powerful middle part of the week here, where you can really use this productivity, this discipline, this hard work into this new beginning, this creative stuff, these 5th house things that maybe you're starting this week or were thinking about last week during the solar eclipse. So those beginnings, a nice support here from Saturn. The 1st quarter phase is where we always push through to keep the energy moving forward. And so a supportive element from these 2 planets is certainly a nice segue into the beginnings of the beginnings again. So middle part of the week here, use that productivity, that discipline, and I think you'll find it very productive, very flowing, and good possibilities and opportunities in the long term, because Saturn is always the long-term elements of things. Friday, we have Mercury in Pisces, going into Pisces, which is your 5th house. So with all this stuff, you're learning about self-expression, creativity, fun, joy, zest, all these things. With Mercury there over the next few weeks, implement it. Mercury learns through experience, through integrating into the everyday environment. So live it, express yourself, be your creative self. All these things that you enjoy, that lifts us up, helps us enjoy life. So for the next few weeks, do that, implement that, and tie it into the day-to-day, into what you're doing. And I think you'll learn a lot through that process, and I think it'll really help you and facilitate all these new beginnings that are shaping up. On Friday, the last aspect of the week, Venus squares up to Jupiter, activating that 4th house of yours, and again, that 6th house. So I think you're going to be feeling very optimistic by the end of this week, around Friday, in terms of all this routine and stuff you're motivating to do with the health or crafts or improvements. So that's great. Just keep it nice and balanced. It's a nice energy, but with any square, we just want to make sure we keep it balanced. We don't get overindulgent or overconfident. We want to keep things nice and grounded for the long term. Take the action, feel good, use that positive energy, especially in terms of your life path, what you can do with Jupiter transiting your 9th house. It's been this vastness, this openness to be able to see the horizons in life and the opportunities abound. So keep it nice and grounded and utilize that. So again, use that Mars energy to further those 6th house matters relating to your health routine or whatever it might be for you. All right, Scorpio, have a great week. If you'd like a personal reading, please check the link down below for a look at your personal planets. Please let me know if you have any questions at all, and I will talk to you next time. Take care.